Hi guys, I'm glad everybody is out there with us today. And what I want to do is to show you some movements that can help keep you moving no matter if you're 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds. I've got my little almost 2-year-old doing these. It's just an exercise program that can go from ages 2 to 99. The way the book came about is they say the mother of invention is necessity. And so I needed something that people could understand. And then when my publisher first saw the first pictures, she says, oh my, we can make those more professional. And we did, but I said what we have to do is most of my patients, because I do home health physical therapy, they're on a budget, they can't afford a lot. And a lot of people that have something wrong with them, they can't do a lot of the videos that are out there because they're geared to keep people in shape. Some of them I look at and I wouldn't be able to keep up with either. So what I did is I came up with my own idea for my book when I had to rehab my own self from major surgery. And I knew that I had to keep all my muscles good and strong. So I came up with some exercises, and they're just basic things to keep your muscles strong. So you've got what I'm doing, my monkey kicks. So I do these monkey kicks and they're keeping my quads strong. We have 4 big muscles here, the quads. They help the knee to straighten out like this. So if I bring my leg up like this, I'm doing the quads. So when I do my seated marching, and if all you all want to do it with me, it'd be great. So I'm doing the seated marching. Now that's going to keep the hips good and strong. If we don't have good, strong hips, we can't go up a step. We can't get into a car. So these are really important. Our reason that these are good and important too for sports is that right now we're not allowed to get out a whole lot, but if we can sit and do the seated marching, and what I will do is I'll put some music on. I'll put a radio on or a CD, and I'll sit and I'll do my marching, and then I'll do some of my monkey kicks. So this is the quads, okay? This here is for the hips. Then sports. I was also a professional ski instructor, and I refereed and coached and was referee instructor for 28 years. And I have learned from all this that the basic thing to keep going is your ankles. If your ankle rolls, you're going to fall. If you fall, you're going to break something. And if you're older, that's not such a good thing, but you can be rehabbed back from it, but why go there? So if we can prevent it. What my program is mostly for prevention. I want to prevent falls. I want to prevent injuries. So just doing the toes up and heels up, just like this, it's doing quite a bit with just this little movement. Not only are you tightening up the muscles in your ankles, okay, you're getting your blood to flow, so that'll help prevent blood clots. Now you can do this sitting anytime, when you're watching TV, when you're playing on your tablet. I do it. Now if you slow it down and hold it up there against gravity, you're going to get more of an exercise that way. So these are the foot rock. We'll do a review of the monkey kicks. Okay, so we'll do those. Now what's fun about this is if you get music going, and usually I try to get music going, but it's not doing too well on these videos. So these are the monkey kicks. We're going to do the seated marching. Okay, and then we're going to do the foot rock. Now the reason I named all these movements is I would work with patients, especially my World War II vets, and I'd say, are you doing the exercises? And the wife would be behind them shaking her head, no, they're not doing them. So I named them. So if I name them and I go in, I'll say, hey, show me the monkey kick, okay? So you guys should know that one now. Show it to me. If I say do the seated marching, now show me the foot rock. So we have the march, we have the monkey kick, and we have the foot rock. Okay, another thing that we want to keep strong, especially if you want to play baseball, if you want to play basketball or any kind of sport involving your arms, I want to keep good, strong arms because I want to keep skiing. Right now, I'm pushing 70 years old, and I want to keep going, and I plan on it. Now, I'm using these movements. I do them all day long because I can do some of them when I'm standing and doing gas in my car. So if you have gas in the car and you're standing in the grocery line, a lot of the lines are long now, you can do your monkey kicks, donkey kick. So this is donkey kick. This is going to tighten up the muscle that goes down the side of your leg, which has a really neat name, tensor fascia lata, okay? That's going to keep the knee in place, hip, okay? It's stability for the side of the leg. So these are donkey kicks. So we're doing our donkey kicks. Okay, now you can mix it up. I have found with working with my patients, instead of trying to do 10 here and 10 here, I mix it up. I'll say, okay, we're going to do 3 donkey kicks, and we're holding on to the kitchen sink, or we're holding on to a chair when we do it, because I don't want you to fall. So these are our donkey kicks, and they help the muscle going down the what side of the leg. Now, when I have them do what I call the kick your butt. So these are the kick your butts. The kick your butts make the hamstrings good and strong. Okay, you want to keep the hamstrings strong because they bend the knee. Once your knees start going, you have major problems. So let's prevent them from going. So these are the kick your butts. Okay, these again are what? The donkey kicks. Just like that. Now you can do them, like I said, putting gas in your car, standing in the grocery line, standing anywhere. So you can do these all day long. It's not like you have to go to the gym or set time aside, because I really don't have the time to set aside. So I do these just to keep muscle tone. If I want to make this program harder, which I do at home, I'll put ankle weights on, okay? And then when I'm doing these with ankle weights, you're building muscle even better, okay? So then if I want to do the ankle again, because I'm really big on ankle strength, I'm going to come up on my tippy toes. I call these twinkle toes. And then I come back down, and then I come up again and do twinkle toes. There again, that's going to do the back of the leg. There's 2 muscles back there. One sits under the other. You got the gastroc and the soleus, okay? So that is helping with the ankle, and it will define the back of your leg. So there's your twinkle toes. And then we had our kick your butt. So see, if you put music on and you have the movements that you can do, you can make a game out of it. I've also made copies and made flashcards. And people can pick up a flashcard and they can demonstrate that exercise and then see how many people can remember the name. So right now I'm doing the what? Kick your butts. Right. Now we'll do some more twinkle toes, which is for the ankle. And then we'll march in place, which again, another exercise for the hips. I like to do 2 or 3 movements for each muscle group. So if I've got my ankle weights on, I'm doing more for strengthening. Now I can make this cardio by putting a little bit of fast beat music in and doing my kick my butts. Hope you guys are keeping up. There you go. March in place. And then we do twinkle toes. Now if I want to make twinkle toes harder, I can fight against gravity. Come up 1, 2, 3 and hold, and then go down 2, 3. And then up 2, 3 and hold, and then down 2, 3. So that will fight against gravity and give more definition to the back of the leg and help with the strength of the leg. So again, we have the donkey kick, okay, just like that. And then we're going to march in place. Then we're going to kick our butt. And then we're going to do, what's the next one? Twinkle toes, up slow and down slow. So these are standing. Okay, then we have some other ones. We're laying down on the bed. And let's say I'm laying down on the couch or bed, and I can bring my legs straight up and down. Okay, so this is going to do the quads again and the hip. Okay, and then we take it out to the side like a windshield wiper. Okay, and then down and then up. Now you can do these like laying down on your floor, laying down on the bed, laying down on the sofa, out and in. And then as I'm laying down, I also bend the knee. There again, we're doing the hamstrings here. So there is another exercise for the hamstrings, which is on the back of the leg. And then we can do this one. So there we have pretty much worked all the major muscles in the lower legs. And if you want to make it harder, get some ankle weights. Now the fun ones that I like to do, and this is with my patients, they get a kick out of them. And I can go in after I've worked with them a few sessions and I'll just say the name. And that's how I know if they've been doing them. So if I say smack the fly, and they sit there and look at me, I know they haven't been doing them. So this is smack the fly. And this is going to do the pectoral muscles across the chest. We do them way wide, just like that. It's going to do a stretch. If I add hand weights, probably most people can start out with 2 to 3 pound hand weight. And then once you can do the whole arm routine with those weights, you can add more weight. I can go up to 5 pounds. Now when I'm doing some of these, now this is out, makes it a little harder. You want to do a lighter weight when you're going out away from the body. Now, so that's the smack the fly. Okay, the next one would be feed my face, which is for the biceps. Okay, lose the biceps, you lose the ability to brush your hair, brush your teeth, and wipe your own bottom. That's the truth. So here we are doing a feed face. So now when I do the chicken, this is my chicken, I'm doing the deltoids. If your deltoids get weak, you can't get up and down out of the chair. And these are good movements for teachers to do with kids in the classroom sitting at the desk. I've got a bunch of teachers that have already gotten the program and are doing it. And they can, especially test time, when they have to do those tests, they'll take a little 10-minute break and they'll do some chickens and they'll do some smack the flies. They'll do feed your face. Now the choo-choo, when I push my arms out and then I take my elbows way back and hold it together, try to get the shoulder blades together like you hold a pin. That is good for your posture and the muscles in the back around the shoulder blades. So this is the choo-choo. Now see how you can make them fun is if you've got music on and you take turns being follow the leader. So right now I'm the leader. I'm going to be doing the choo-choos. Then I'll switch it to the feed your face. Then I'll switch it to the chicken. And then I'll switch it to smack the flies. And then I'll do some of what I call the flapping bird wing. Now the flapping bird wing, that's going to be on the deltoids. This is a little harder. You'll use a lighter weight for this one. So this is the flapping bird wing. And then we'll go into the choo-choo. Now I had one of my patients tell me one time when I went in to work with him, he said the choo-choo ran over the chicken, the bird flew away, and I ate the rest of them, so now I don't have to do them today. So I looked at him and I thought that was very ingenious of him. So I just invent some more. So hands on our knees, and we're going to come up like this. I call them stick 'em up, like cowboys and Indians when I was a kid. We'd play stick 'em up. So we're just going up and down, just like stick 'em up. There again, we're doing the shoulder. If you have shoulder problems, you only want to come up to 90 degrees. Anytime you have shoulder problems, that way you don't activate and engage other muscles that we don't need to right now. So these are the stick 'em up. Now I have some other movements in my book, which I call eat the ice cream. And a lot of ladies like this because they get the flabby arm back here, which is the triceps. So I tell them, pretend like you're eating an ice cream cone. And then you take your arm up behind you, get that elbow pointing towards the ceiling. That's going to do the tricep to get rid of the flab in the back of the arm. So eat the ice cream and go up. And then eat the ice cream and go up. Then I'll do the other one, eat the ice cream and go up. Eat the ice cream and go up. Eat the ice cream and go up. So that's doing the triceps on the back of the arm. The triceps is what extends the arm to help it go straight. Biceps right here, bend it. The triceps, extend it. So if we want to get rid of the flap on the back of our arms, we're going to do eat our ice cream, back up to the ceiling. Now I got my elbow, the back of my elbow, pointing towards the ceiling. So this is the eat the ice cream. And then people have a hard time getting up out of the chair. So what muscles do you think help get you out of the chair? We've worked them. Quads. So if we stand up, we want these good and strong to help us to stand up and to sit back down. So I have another little exercise that I do with some of my people. And there again, you're going to be holding on to the sink. I caught the jack in the box. You just hold on to the sink and you bend your knees a little bit, not way down. Okay, so I'm bending my knees and I'm making sure that my knees, I can still see my toes. If I can't, then I push my butt back more, like I'm squatting down. Okay, so I can still see my toes and I'm going up and down. I'm doing what we call a mini squat. A lot of folks can't do that because they have knee problems. So I'll have them hold on to the table or chair arms. They'll have some chair arms or a table and help them to stand up. We're still doing the squat. We've just made it a little easier. We're still exercising what? The quad muscle. Okay, so we're doing that one. Okay. Now, so we'll do a review with all of them. And music, you can put music on, like I said, make these a game. You can make flashcards, you know, make copies of the pictures in the book and make flashcards. You can play follow the leader. The key is if having some music is just kind of upbeat and helps with doing them. So we're going to do the foot rock, which is good for ankles. We're going to do the seated marching. And then we're going to do monkey kicks, which is good for the quads. Okay? So those are the ones for sitting. So you can sit there and you can count to 20, doing it 1, 2, like that, and give you 10 on each leg, making it easier. And then we can do what? Jack in the box this way, or if you've got good knees and you're young, you can do Jack in the box this way. Okay? Again, I want to make sure that I can still see my toes. Okay, now if you need to hold on. But these are mini squats. These will help your quads. It's good for baseball, soccer, any kind of sport. You want to keep these good and strong. So then we'll do what? Twinkle toes, coming up and down like this. Now another fun thing to do when I have it in my book is put chairs around in the house. You've got couch, you've got chairs, you've got beds. And I'll put music on, and we'll just go around and sit. I'll sit in one chair, and then I'll get back up and I'll have music on, and I'll go sit in another chair. I'll go sit on the couch. I'll go sit on the bed. It's just, I call it, can't make up my mind. So that's what we call it in the book, can't make up my mind. From one service to another, so every time I get up, I'm using my quads, okay? So in your house, you've got your bed, you've got chairs, you've got your sofa. Put music on and just go sit at each one. Now to make it fun and like an obstacle course for the kids, I'll have it set up all over the house. And then they got to go up the stairs to sit on the 3 chairs they got up there, come back down, and you got to sit in the living room on the couch and then the other chair, go in the bedroom and sit on each bed in the house, just sit and get up. And then if you really want to make it like a competition and fun too, you time each other. You know how you have a starting position? So it's an in-house obstacle course to keep you strong for your sports when we get back out there. And I have a friend of mine who is Dr. Modlin. He was chief of medicine at Walter Reed Hospital in Washington, D.C. And he had to be rehabbed, and I used these little exercises with him. And he told me, he said, Rusty, he said, I thought those stupid little exercises were kind of stupid. But after I did them, and now I'm rehab, he said, yeah, I'm going to keep doing them because they're simple, but they're very effective. So then another one for the ladies to get rid of the flab on the back of their arm is I call it pat yourself on the back. We all need to do that now. So your hand's going to be right by your ear, and you're going to pat yourself on the back and come back up and pat yourself on the back. Now notice my arm is staying right beside of my ear, and I'm patting myself on the back. That's going to, again, work the flab on the back of your arm. So I call that pat on the back. Now with this, guys, you guys can use your imagination. I ran a preschool for 15 years. And just using your imagination, find something and just elaborate with it. So this is pat on my back. And that's going to do this on the back of the arm so you don't have flab. And the other one is eat the ice cream and up. Eat the ice cream and up. And then eat the ice cream and up. That'll do the triceps on the back of the arm. This one is feed your face, and it's doing what? Biceps, okay? This one is the smack the fly. There we go, and it's going to make these pec muscles good and strong. Then we're going to do our, what they call the big gym lateral raise. I call it the flap invert wing because you can remember it better. Now you can make it fast, you can make it slow, but the more effective it is by going slower. Again, if you have shoulder problems, just bring it up even with your shoulder. Don't take it way up like this. Keep it in that plane. I think I've gone over a lot of them, and I have different stretches in here too, because once you exercise a muscle, you want to stretch it. And sometimes when you have something wrong, you can't do the stretches like a lot of people do. When you're laying on the bed too, you can bend both of your feet. You have your feet on the bed and bring your bottom up and down. We call that bridging. And I do that with the grandkids. You can lay on the floor and bend your knees. And I do that, but I don't know if you guys can see me or not. But you're laying down, you bend your knees, and you pick your bottom up, and I have the kid crawl under. You know, so you can make your own bridges that they crawl over. And that is going to help your hip muscles too. And then if you lay on your stomach, so if you guys could lay on your stomach, I'd demonstrate with us. And put your hands behind your head and just bring your arms up and down. That's hard to show you without actually laying down. But I call that lazy. And then I have the bridging just and then the other ones that I have exercises and stretches in here for your back. I've had my back pulled out really bad twice. One, I was walking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and I could hardly get out of the patient's home because she had went to lay down, and I hit freaking, she caught my arm and twisted my back. So I had to rehab my back from that. And I lay on the bed, and there's some stretches in here called Kiss Your Knees, and it's where you're bringing your knees up to your chest when you're laying down. But they have them on here. Now, I remember my grandpa sitting like this on the porch. He'd be sitting on the porch, and sometimes he'd be whittling or smoking his pipe or yelling at me for climbing trees. But I call this the grandpa. So I'm sitting like this. Simple enough. But if you have a hip replacement or something, you can't do this. And so I'm sitting here and it's stretching right here. If I want more of a stretch, I push right here on the inside of the knee. And it'll stretch what we call the piriformis muscle. It's a little muscle in your behind, and it gets really little if you sit too much. And then you start having pain right in the middle of your behind. So this is a stretch called the grandpa that will help. Okay? There again, if you have hip replacements, you can't do it. But so I'm just sitting here. I can remember my grandpa doing it. And I call it the grandpa because that's what I remember my grandpa doing. And I thought, wow, you know, this is something he did. He probably didn't even realize he's helping himself stretch that way. The like I said, there's quite a few in here that are just for the back and stretches. And I call the tree swaying, where I'm acting like I'm a tree. And I have my patients do it where they're close to the bed, so if they lose their balance. So I usually have them stand in front of the bed. And I call it the swaying tree, my feet apart, and I just kind of lean over. And I'm letting this arm go down the side, and I'm stretching here. Okay, so this is called the swaying tree. And I come back up to the middle, and I wait. Then I go to the other side. Now you want to hold these probably about 15 or 20 seconds when you first start. So this is just doing some stretches, which will help the back because we get really tight. Now, if you're really tight, you can't go over this far when you first start out. So these are just stretches. So when you want to exercise a muscle, get it warmed up, and then do stretches. Don't try to stretch before them. Now, the other one that my patients get a kick out of too is I tell them, hey, we've got a winning lottery ticket right here. Okay, it's between your bottom cheeks. So I want you to squeeze your bottom cheeks together. I call it the $1,000 piece. And you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks together and hold that lottery ticket in there so nobody else can get it. What that does, it tightens up the muscles in your behind, okay, and your bottom. There's big muscles in there that help with your walk and help to stabilize you. You keep them strong. You can do that when sitting down, laying, riding in your car, but it's just squeezing your bottom together like you're holding the $1,000 bill and then relax. And so you'll squeeze your bottom together and then relax. So I call that the $1,000 bottom squeezes. So with all these different things that you can do, you do your exercise, do your stretches. Now, you don't have to do them all one time. I'll do my sitting ones, and you can wait until the afternoon, do some of your standing ones. You can do them when you're standing in a grocery line. You don't have to have a regimented time. You can just, so I showed you pretty much, not all of them, but most of them that's in the book. And like the donkey kick, hey, you don't have to go to a gym to do that. Just stand and do it. And if you're in your home and you want to strengthen, put some ankle weights on. Remember the Jack in the Box? We can all do Jack in the Box. Now, sometimes I'll put music on, and I'll incorporate arms with legs to get more cardio. So I might be doing my Jack in the Box. I'll do a few of those, and then I'll do my kick my bottom, kick my butt. Okay. Now, if I want to add some more cardio, I'll do the what? Chicken. So I'm adding the chicken. I'm doing the kick the butts at the same time. That's going to bring your heart rate up. Okay. So then I'm going to smack some flies. Now, if I want to, I can smack flies and then do some twinkle toes. And I can smack some more flies and do twinkle toes. If your balance isn't good, you want to be near something where you can hold on. And I think I've covered pretty much all of it. I hope you have a good time with it. Am I selling something? Yes. Am I selling a book? Yes. Is it $35? No, because most of my patients can't afford that. Am I selling something to help your health so that keep you out of a hospital and keep you from going to a doctor? Yes, I am. Am I selling something to keep your muscles strong for your sports? Yes, I am. Am I asking $35? No. I'm asking $12.95. And it keeps going. It's a preventive program. The idea that I came up with has got the sheets in there. You can, like I said, make copies, make them into flashcards and do them. And I've got moved to music. Can't make up my mind, I told you about. The other one, I call it dog chasing his tail. I don't know if y'all ever have a dog. They're just kind of chasing their tail around. If you put a table And I've got a coffee table, and you can put music on and then kind of run around the table or walk fast, okay? And then you can stop the music and then you gotta turn around, go the other way, or you can use a whistle. Blow the whistle, go around the table, blow the whistle, go around the table. And then you can have them do the thing I call, can't make up my mind, go around sitting on the chair, sitting on the bed. So what I'm getting at, you're adding cardio, you're adding strength, and you're keeping your endurance up while we can't be out. So snowy days, while we're in right now, some of us are gonna be in a little while longer. It's really simple and easy, and what I'm doing is I'm selling prevention. $12.95. It's from Headline Books. Again, my name is Rusty McQuade, and I'm working on getting the website up. Technology is something I'm still learning to do, but check it out on headlinebooks.com. It's called Stickyman Movements. You can do them anywhere. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have fun. Thank you.